Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a short video, so I hope you will stay all the way to the end as we go through the topics. We're gonna start with this Muppet show because that's how I see it. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has this perception of now United States, Trump, J.D. Vance addressing Israel in not too bright colors, let's put it this way. So all of a sudden, there is this criticism of Israel, which I think is absolutely a political theater. And a lot of people probably believe in it, but I don't. We're going to look into this today very briefly. We're going to start with J.D. Vance saying a few words about Israel's cabinet, Netanyahu's cabinet, as well as Bibi Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, saying that absolutely no way, Jose, that they are going to stop attacking the southern Lebanon. So those two videos will be first. Then I'm going to show you what kind of weapon Israel have been using on Lebanon and how deadly it is. Then we're going to go to the Parliament of Albania, because for the last two videos, I think I haven't really talked about Albania, and we have to stay on the topic of it. So you're going to see some recordings from the Parliament of Albania and the Prime Minister Edi Rama sitting there and not really giving a bleep what's going on. And I think we're going to end this video with two things. The smallest drone that exists, and how does it look like? And the second video is about non-playable characters, NPCs, which is a topic that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, since there is this opinion circulating, has been circulating for a while, that a lot of so-called people that we come across are actually NPCs, and they really don't exist, or it's some form of creation. And that's an interesting video that I want to present to you before we end this video today. So let's start with J.D. Vance and his few words about Netanyahu and Israel. This is very recent, from hours ago.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get into hypotheticals that could torpedo the deal, because I think the president's expectation is that all of our friends, the Israelis, the Arabs in the region, we're going to work together and actually see this deal to completion. Now, I saw the Axios report, that Netanyahu is fuming. That's not reflective of the conversations that I've had with him, but maybe he's saying something to somebody else that he's not saying to me. What I will say, and this does bother me, is that you've seen people within Bibi's cabinet who have come out and attacked the deal, and in some ways very personally attacked the president of the United States. And I guess my message to them would be twofold. Number one, Donald J. Trump is the only head of state in the entire world who is sympathetic to the nation of Israel at this moment in time. And he happens to be the head of state of the world's superpower. If I was in the cabinet of the Israeli government, I might not be attacking the only powerful ally that I have anywhere left in the entire world. And the second message I would give to some of those cabinet members, Bibi, to his credit, has not gone down this path, but to some of these cabinet members in Israel who are attacking the president of the United States, the other thing that I would say is that over the last 3 months, 2/3 of the defensive weapons that have protected your homeland have been built by American hands and paid for by American tax dollars. The problem for Israel is not Donald J. Trump. And anybody in Israel who thinks their biggest problem is the president of the United States needs to wake up and smell the reality of the situation that country is in. Thank you all. Yeah, well, I don't want to get into.
So what do you think? All of a sudden, he's saying those things that were obvious for a long time, right? So he got the approval to say it, because otherwise he wouldn't probably say it, right? And now he's like openly criticizing. And do you think that this is going to change anything? In my opinion, I repeat again, I said it yesterday in my video, there will be no deal. And if there is a deal, even if it's a signed deal, that deal is not going to last. That's my opinion. So whatever is going on, it's actually still according to the bigger picture plan. And now I'm not gonna play the sound because I'm going to save all of you from hearing the vibration of his voice. But I will be reading what he said, and this is again very, very fresh. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he will not leave Lebanese territory. He vows to create the same situation as occurred with the Gaza Strip, where he inflicted genocide. This is an open defiance of the Iran-US Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, under which Iran demands a full withdrawal from Lebanese territory. I think it was actually point number 1 in that memorandum. So let me read what he says. And the struggle is not over yet. More challenges still lie ahead. These require us to keep our composure, stand firm on our security interests, and at the same time maintain the important relationship with our American friends who have stood by us shoulder to shoulder, and we deeply appreciate that. We will continue to exercise judgment and discretion. We will safeguard the government's achievements. We will safeguard the achievements of the war. These are achievements of the entire people of Israel, just as we restored security and tranquility. Have they really? Huh? Delusional, huh? To the Gaza Strip, yeah, they restore the security and tranquility. This is how he describes the Gaza Strip. So too, we will restore security and tranquility to the northern communities. That is how we will live. Maintaining the security zone in the southern Lebanon requires that we do not leave as long as Israeli security arrangements are not in place. And he decides what it is. And this separation distance Hezbollah from our citizens and communities and more. Broadly, we will continue to hold fast to the supreme goal that has guided us and guided me for most of my adult life, oh yeah, that Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. Just like mental disease here. And to those who still have doubts about Israel's resolve, it will not happen. That's what he said. Blessed by Chabad Lubavitch. Now, let me show you a video about what kind of weapon they have used in the southern Lebanon. And it's absolutely, no one is saying, I mean, if people are saying something, there is no reaction, no one can stop it, right? Strangely. So let's take a listen.
Sprayed chemical weapons 11,000 times stronger than normal pesticides across Lebanon. Israel is dropping catastrophic levels of glyphosate. The United Nations pulled test levels that read 11,000 times stronger than normal chemicals. After the Israelis literally demolish the buildings, they're dropping chemical weapons on the ground to make the area uninhabitable. Just multiple war crimes and multiple international law violations going on at once. Lebanon has filed a United Nations complaint for Israel's violation of the Chemical Weapons Convention. because of catastrophic levels of glyphosate, which is linked to this thing right here on agricultural soil. Normal levels of this would be maybe 2 micrograms per gram, but they're testing over 22,000. By the way, this has no military advantage. It seeps into the ground, and it doesn't harm anybody there until decades later. These have long-term effects that most people will not realize until it's far too late in their later years of life, holding no other purpose but long-term civilian pain. Israel has sprayed chemical.
So there you have it, everyone. The norm is like 0.5, and they have sprayed 22,000 something. Insanity, right? Now let me show you a video about what kind of mentality, I believe this is the dominant mentality. Again, I never been to the country with blue and white colors, nor I'm interested to go, nor I will ever probably go, which is absolutely fine with me. But let's take a listen and look to what young girls are saying and what kind of mentality is there.
How hot is it when a guy tells you that he's taken down some terrorists?
Smash! This is the word. It's a big smash.
Imagine hearing your daughter speak like that, like smash.
You know when they see from far and they do
Yeah.
that? So they bomb them.
Nice, nice.
Beautiful blood everywhere.
Yeah.
What the
How hot is it when a guy tells you that he's...
So what is that, right? Beautiful blood everywhere. I'm not surprised, actually. But this just shows you, I don't know how big percentage of the nation of them is like that. But where does it come from? It comes from the educational system. It comes from brainwashing. So like every country is brainwashed in its own way, don't you think? That's what they do to people. And then they use them against one another. The same formula, divide and conquer, perfect example. So now let me take you to the smallest drone. And definitely we're gonna end this video with NPCs. Here is something I came across this morning of the sound, and read this to you. This is drone, everyone. It looks like mosquito. China's NUDT mosquito drones under 0.3 gram, 500 wing flaps per second, built for covert surveillance. Probably mispronounced the word. Surveillance, I think that's how you say it. China's National University of Defense Technology has unveiled a mosquito-sized drone prototype built for covert military surveillance. The micro drone measures roughly 1.3 centimeters long and weighs under 0.3 grams, about as much as a grain of sand. Yeah. Its leaf-shaped wings beat up to 500 times per second, letting it fly silently and move in the erratic, unpredictable patterns of a real insect. So pretends to be mosquito very well. The drone was shown on CCTV7, China's state military television channel, alongside other small robotic systems developed in NUDT's robotic lab in Hunan province. It can be controlled via smartphone over Bluetooth and carries a custom chip and battery that allows it to hover, rotate, and dive at low altitudes. NUDT researchers describe it as purpose-built for battlefield reconnaissance and special operations where larger drones would be spotted. Packing sensors, control circuits, and a power source into something this small is one of the hardest engineering problems in microrobotics. Battery life and miniaturized sensor quality remain the biggest obstacle. before a drone this size could be deployed in the field. The NUDT prototype, so this is still prototype, is still a research stage demo, and China has not confirmed any operational deployment. You know what when I saw this, you know what was my first thought, guys? Bill Gates' insects story. I'm sure you remember that. Yeah. So now I want to play a movie for you. Well, part of the movie. This is also, I'm going to read this first, because this is part of the movie, short clip from the movie from 2017. Slaughter Bots is a 2017 science fiction short film that explores a future where autonomous weapons can identify, target, and eliminate individuals without direct human control. Directed by Stuart Sack and supported by the Future of Life Institute, the film gained global attention for turning a complex debate about artificial intelligence and warfare into a powerful visual narrative. Its message resonated with policymakers, researchers, and technology leaders, helping fuel broader discussions around the risk of autonomous weapons. Like they care. Really, they don't. Now, let me mute myself. I'm going to play this for you because this is from 2017. So like what? Almost 10 years ago.
Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive. This is how it works. Did you see that? That little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive. This is how it works.
So this is how it works, everyone. Mosquitoes, something like that, you know. Why you think they are making this? Like, why? So now let's end this video with non-playable characters, NPCs. I pretty much feel like they exist every single day when I am outside and I walk around, you know, people, and I just wonder what happened to humanity. I feel sometimes as if I am not from here, or the world I grew up in or I used to know does not exist anymore. There are some pockets of it. There are some places where I go to when I travel that I feel like is still to some extent normal. But more and more I see that something is really wrong with people. This could be the projection from the towers. This could be the weather engineering, whatever they are spraying on us. This could be poisoning of the food. This could be many things. This could be from the iPhones, the screens, many things, right? But definitely there is something off. So this is a quick video. Let's take a look and let's take a listen to the story about NPCs.
What percentage of people walking the street do you believe are actually NPCs? What is an NPC to you in human terms? Is it possible that we all can become NPCs? What if this simulation only rendered a certain number of characters and everyone else you see are solely created just to fill the background?
8 specifically, the newest one.
It's the fourth one, right?
Yes, that is the fourth one. Super excited about it. And
Pause.
What?
that guy. You see that guy?
Yeah.
This player got stuck. This example makes me believe that some people actually understand this concept. Watch as the lady in the white car tries to get by, but there's 2 NPCs blocking the road And as if she's in the new Grand Theft Auto game, she moves one NPC out the road. This tells me that this girl in the white car is actually playing the game. Everyone thinks they're awake, but the one sign of being programmed is believing that you're the one that isn't. What percentage of people you pass every day are actively questioning reality versus simply following a script handed to them by society? Somehow we all can turn into an NPC. Now watch as she puts this player back into position as she takes off. This looks like someone stuck in a suspended reality. This is not a normal behavior, and I can't help but to wonder, what is this person thinking about? If you look at the right leg, you see it's suspended mid-step as if the battery went dead.
Oh shit, my flash on. I don't even give a fuck. She glitching for real. I don't know that. Need to tighten up though.
This person looks like they're in a different time and space.
I don't know what this is. Excuse me for the people walking through, but this is the guy that's possessed. I'm sitting out here in my car, TikTok, friends and family, and I am videoing him. And I've been watching him for a while, but he goes in and out and come back. And yes, I hope you guys can get a good picture of him. But this is possessed. He's possessed. That's crazy.
This makes 2 in a row. Same rapid face movement, same stiff body posture. Are some of these NPCs? Leave it in the comments. Unanswered Universe.
More and more, right? So now, as the comment in this video was that to those of us who notice it, we are still part of the game. What the heck? I'm sure some of you have seen some strange situations. To me personally, is interacting with some people, it feels like they are from different space and planets, because very often it's hard to communicate. I almost forgot to show you the Albanian parliament. So I'm not gonna play the sound because this is in Albanian language, but I'm gonna just show you what's going on there. Not that he cares, the Prime Minister of Albania. Here is the video. I'm gonna play it later. I'm just gonna read first. This is the guy who, this is his Instagram account. I think he could be some MP in the parliament or some politician. I don't know who he is, but that's what he says. This is the prime minister who has plunged Albania into corruption, the one who never comes for parliament for the citizens, but only appears when he has to release convicts or pass some mafia law, the one who is closer to criminals than to the people of this country. So he's recording this inside parliament, and Edi Rama is behind him. Let's just see. Someone says, infinite respect for you, Egron, that you have the courage to speak openly in parliament. So that's what he did. And now there is another video. Again, I'm not going to play the original sound because this is another guy approaching him, okay? And it says, Edi Rama risks ending up worse than Rami's Alia, not only overthrown from power, but in front of justice and despised by Albanians. When I said this to his eyes, he got caught with the red and black flag I carry on my jacket. I meanwhile suggested he remove the ridiculous jingle mingles he's holding. So what people say, someone says, so some Albanian comments, he doesn't feel anything because he has just taken his dose. So like he's taking drugs. I had some comments like he's taking drugs. Let's see. I can translate this. Right here, one more comment. How heavy does it look? Feels the end. I don't think he actually cares. Well, he might be aware of it, but I think he believes that you know, the country that has blue and white colors will pull him out of it. Look at this, like he doesn't care at all. So that's what's up in Albania, everyone. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. It's not really that much shorter, but I appreciate you being with me all the way to the end. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you choose to support my work, you can become my Patreon member, local supporter, or donate on PayPal. With this being said, lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And I see you in another video. Bye, everyone.